Look at this. I literally just set this up today. Sprayed a little swarm commander on it. Got a swarm moving in. All right, so this swarm box set up here all year last year without having any success whatsoever. I had actually taken it down last year and looked inside, and when I did, there was a bird's nest in the bottom of it because I had this gate open all the way, and a bird had went in there and set up shop, and so I didn't have the heart to run him out of there. He was sitting on eggs, or she, and anyway, so I let her raise her family in there last year, and I just didn't mess with this at all. So this year I decided I'm going to try, see if I can catch a swarm. I had lost all my bees in a previous video. I did a video about it. All my bees here at this location, I lost them all. And I'll put that video right up here so you can watch it if you want to. But anyway, so I thought I would go ahead and give it a try this year. I literally this morning took this box down and cleaned it all out. Matter of fact, the old bird's nest laying right over here. Cleaned it all out and closed this about halfway, so no birds could get in there. And I took some Swarm Commander and sprayed back in the hole and then sprayed on the outside of the hole here. And I was mowing my grass here a little bit ago, and I was going to come over here and weed eat this area around this tree. And I look over and there's just bees everywhere. And so here's what we've got. So let's take this down and have a look and see if we can find the queen in there and get her locked down and get them into a regular box. I've let them set, it's evening time now. So we're going to go ahead and get moving on it and see what we can do. All right, so my hope is to get them into this little nuke box. Nuke box is a nucleus hive, basically. It's 5 frames of bees, and it's just kind of a starter for a regular size hive. I've got a queen clip here. I can either get the queen in this, or I could pin her to the side of a frame with this piece of wire mesh, stands up off the frame, and you just dig it into the beeswax and entrap her inside with other bees, and that basically locks her into place. She'll have frames to lay eggs in and stuff like that, and you only leave her in it for a day or two, and it's really just to keep the queen from escaping or leaving the hive. So if the hive decides they want to head out, but the queen is fixed in the hive and can't get out, they're less likely to leave her. Also, I've got a paint pen if I have the opportunity to put a dot on her back. This I'm using yellow for last year's because that's the old queen. The bees swarm with the old queen, and I think this year's color is green. So any new queens that are hatched for this year, you would use green. So inside this box, I have 5 frames, and every one of these frames, I don't know if I can pull it out. Yeah, there we go. Every one of these frames has drawn comb, and there's also some pollen in there, so they'll be able to use that right away. So this will give them a head start and get them going. All right, I'm going to crack these gals open, see what we got here. Get some of these empty frames out of here. Okay, I see lots of males. Not seeing the queen. So I imagine she's on the comb over there. very slow here. Again, I'm seeing lots of males. Not spotting the queen. I see the queen. She's not an easy one to spot either. And I got her. Now I can tell that that's actually a new queen, just from the size of her posterior. So I'm actually going to get the green paint pen and I'll mark her with the green, and then we'll go from there. And now I got the queen in there, so this has a sponge on top of a plunger. So the sponge gives some relief, and you basically want to press the queen up against the top, but very gently. And the goal is to get the back of her situated in one of these little holes, just like that, and then put a drop of paint right on her back. And now I want her to dry a little bit. Okay, she's crawling around down there on the frame. So I'm just going to lift this up and I'm going to put this screen right over top, like so. She's in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I can just press this down into the comb. Just like that. Now the queen can only be in this section here, so I have access to these chambers, and there's also some pollen in there, and the other bees will feed her from the outside and whatnot. She's only going to be in here for a day or two, and we'll go ahead and get them moved over to this box. Okay, I'm going to put the frame with the queen on it right here in the middle. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll put her on the front here with an empty frame, and the rest of these have comb on them. And I'm going to put one more of these frames with comb and pollen down in here. Just like that. I'm going to close the lid. Now we've got a lot of bees still in this box here, so what do we do with them? Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. Now I don't know if you can see from over there, there's a lot of bees on this tree, and I'm sure you can see them all buzzing around and hear them. These are foragers that went out immediately to forage, and they've come back and their box is gone. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this box with a bunch of remnants of bees in it, and I'm going to set it right up here like that. See, a lot of the bees are landing on it. Now I have this box that has the queen in it, And I'm going to set that right up here on top. It's going to be a little bit of a balancing act here. We'll get it. I'm going to do it just like that. So what should happen is that the bees will eventually figure out that the queen's pheromone is in that box, and they'll all work their way up and through the front door. Now tonight there might be some confusion, and they might pile up here or there, but hopefully in the morning they will have all figured it out. Now about all the bees that were on the tree back here have now taken to the air and come over here and landed on the front of this box. So they're going to figure it out. They can smell her, they can sense her, and it's not supposed to be windy or anything, and they should be fine. It'll be warm tonight, warm enough for them, and they should get it all worked out by the morning. So we'll come back out and check on them tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right, very next morning, you can see that the bees have found the box. So basically what I'm going to do is just leave this sit here all day, let the bees adjust to the box a little bit more, and then later this evening, whenever it's dark and all the foragers are back in the hive, I will come back, take this hive down, move it up above these wood chips. You can see a stand sticking out up there. That's where I kept my hives last year, and I'll move the box up there tonight whenever all the foragers are inside, and that way they will orientate to a new location tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning we'll open the box, release the queen, and should be swarm done. All right, so here we are. It's nighttime, and it's time to move these bees. Now, the one thing I'm most concerned about is the fact that bees don't fly at night. There's a video actually that shows the bees. They're in a glass cage and they're flying around, and when they flip off the lights, the bees hit the ground. And that's because bees can't see at night, so they just drop like a rock. And so what will end up happening is the bees will crawl around you because they can't see anything. If you have a light source, the bees will go to that light source, but they'll crawl all around on your suit. And I've had in the past where my Velcro, well, not Velcro, my elastic around my ankles isn't very tight. I've had them go down there and light my ankles up before, and that's not fun. So that's what I'm most concerned about. What I'm going to end up doing is reaching right up here, and there's a little entrance stopper you can push in, and it'll block the entrance. So I'm going to do that. All right. No bees on me. So that should have locked them into their box so that they can't come out. And we're just going to slide it down off here gently. I can hear them in there making some noise. But we'll take this up here and put it beside the garden. All right, and I'm just going to set them right here on the end. I can hear them in there buzzing a little bit. Sorry for all the heavy breathing. I've got the mic right here inside my veil. All right, and then last but not least, I'm going to open this door up. You're liable to come out of there and not be very happy. Wow. I'm shocked that not a single one of them come out to see what was going on. Get out of here, you beetle. All right, so in the morning, they should wake up to a new area. They'll come out, they'll do an orientation flight, kind of like this stupid beetle's doing here. And then they'll realize they're in a different location and orientate to this. We'll come back out here tomorrow. It's supposed to be a nice day, and we'll go ahead and take the queen out of the cage and let her free run the hive there. So see you in the morning. All right, it's the following day, and we are going to go ahead and release the queen. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, got bees all over the place. Hi guys. Okay, let's see, she is on that first or second frame right here. So we're gonna take some of these back here. Just to give some room. All these frames have comb in them, so they can start using them immediately. And I'm seeing a lot of nectar down in these cells, so they've been busy collecting. Okay, now the frame that she's on. There we go. Lift her up here. Alright, looks like the bees have released her without my help. They've dug out around the bottom, removed a bunch of comb, and they let her out on their own. So she's no longer in that cage. Oh, and I dropped that. I'm the clumsy beekeeper, if you haven't noticed. Hey, I see her dot right there. Do you see it? She's right there. So they've already done what I came to do. Problem solved. Slide that back down in here. Slide this frame forward. Go ahead and put this frame back in. And there you go. All right, guys, so there you have it. Catching a swarm from start to finish. And looks like they're going to do pretty good. Probably going to take the queen a little while to get some brood going. But once she does, then this hive's really going to take off. So probably going to have to expand them pretty soon. And anyway, I appreciate y'all joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, please. And that helps push the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.